Hey, this is Dom Empey of the Dead Poets. You are now listening to According to Mike and Tony.
What's up, everybody? It's a magical week this week. I'm going in the studio tomorrow. Very excited. Tony Dollar here, sitting across the table. Mike Pierce. What's up, dog?
Happy Friday. TGI the fucking F.
Yeah, right. What a week. What a week.
What a week. Some shit goes down.
Yeah, indeed. Bruce Leroy's here with us yet again, sir. How are you, man?
I'm good. I'm glad it's Friday.
Right. The weekend is upon us.
Going to Steamboat this weekend.
Are you?
Yeah. Oh, no. Glenwood. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Glenwood going to get me in some hot springs.
Hell yeah. We were just talking about that. We want to try and plan a trip there
at
some point,
too. Down there and hang out with the in-laws and the family and hang out.
Yeah. It's a good weekend.
Yeah.
Good weekend.
We'll see how a 4-hour car ride with a 18-month-old goes.
Yeah, we shall see. We have a really awesome guest today, a brewmaster. I call him a brewmaster. About to try some of this here in a little bit. Joe Dub, welcome to the show, buddy.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming, man. Are you stoked that it's Friday as well?
I am, yeah. I'm usually pretty indifferent to the end of the week because I kind of just don't do a lot during the week at all. But
gotcha.
That's just my job. So
your job is to do very little.
If I'm doing my job right, I'm not doing much work. So,
damn, that's a good job to have.
Yeah,
you get paid for what you know.
You think? So, Joe Dub is his nickname. I don't know if you want to announce your slave name or anything. If you're good.
He's like, I'm good on that. I'm good.
Yeah, just Joe.
Joe. But we call him Joe Dub because at one point in time we worked together, and there was also another Joe there, and so it was, hey Joe, and it was like, hey, and then there was a whole bunch of mics too. There's a whole bunch of mics, so it was always a different one too, and so since his last name, we call him Joe Dub, and the other one is Joe D, which is still kind of confusing because
yeah. Well, I thought maybe it was like dubstep.
That too. Yeah, that too.
That's what he does on the weekends.
Yeah, right. That's why you got to rest up during the week.
So we have you on here because we thought that what you had going on was fucking interesting, and not very. I mean, here in Colorado, a lot of people do it, and maybe kind of explain what it is you do.
So yeah, I homebrew. I'm too lazy to go out and buy my own beer, so I make it at home.
Hey, get up in that mic a little bit there, buddy.
Sorry. I'm shy.
It's all right.
But yeah, I originally started it to try to save money. And I realized that's a terrible idea. You never save money.
Oh, save money instead of buying brew, having it yourself.
No, it won't work. Yeah. Actually, the only place in the world where it does work is Australia because they tax their beer so much. I think their 24-pack of beer is like $37.
Damn.
Yeah. So brewing your own beer there is
Light?
yeah.
Jeez.
Or whatever their version of Bud Light is.
Because they always have weird-ass shit there, because isn't, the Burger King called Hungry Jack's down there?
Yeah, well, they had to. That was, an issue or something, because there was already a Burger King in Australia. It was like a mom-and-pop kind of shop or restaurant or whatever. So let's kind of break down the process then. Let's say, for example, I decided tomorrow, you know what, I want to start brewing beer. What kind of a setup do you need? And, do you have to buy supplies for it? How does that whole thing work?
Yeah, as far as, hardware, all you need is a big pot. I have a 5-gallon one. You can use a 3-gallon one. I guess to rewind it a little bit, you usually do 5-gallon batches. That's the standard.
Okay.
So I use a 5-gallon pot. I have to go out and buy the grains for it, buy the yeast, buy the hops.
Where do you buy that stuff from?
A homebrew store. Some places Whole Foods carries it, but I go to a specialized store just for that because I get a discount. So.
Damn, that's cool. I didn't even know. Are there lots of those? Or?
Yeah, in the metro area, there's 4, which is decent. I don't know. Not even really close to where I live, but it works.
Gotcha. So you visit that place obviously pretty regularly, get all your supplies, and
yeah. I brew beer about once every 3 months because living with my fiance, she doesn't drink a lot of beer. I don't drink a lot of beer, to be completely honest. So 5 gallons lasts a long time.
That's funny. I always wonder too. People who brew beer, I'm like, that might be a bad deal for me if I was brewing my own beer. I'd be drinking a lot more beer probably.
Every party I go to, I bring beer. And I leave it there. I don't.
Well, that's pretty cool, though, man. That's pretty cool because it's something that's homemade. It's not like we've talked about beer before on the show, and I kind of have a reputation as drinking Blue Moon is about as high class as I typically get. But I definitely appreciate smaller brewed stuff. I like Dry Dock a lot. And
I just had a crazy thought. Joe Dub could be the first beer sponsor.
What?
You could be sponsored by Joe Dub Beers.
I have no money. I can't sponsor this.
No.
You just bring beers.
Yeah. Well, we've been joking in past episodes. We're trying to solicit Dry Dock Brewery to sponsor us. But to sponsor us, we just want a 6-pack a week for the show.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah.
You could do that?
Yeah.
We have our first sponsor.
Yo, genius.
We just got our Bruce Leroy. I knew I brought you here for a reason, buddy. Let's cheers to that one. Our first sponsor, Joe Dub.
Wait, did he agree?
He's
to
like,
it? Wait,
Yeah,
did he just-
yeah, I agree
okay,
to
all right.
It's official.
No, is that realistic though? Yeah, I mean, really, could you supply
I have
6 beers a week?
I have a shit ton at home. Yeah, so
Oh yeah, that's pretty dope. Okay, so let's go back into that though. So you have you said like a 3-gallon bucket,
5 gallon.
I use it's a 5-gallon pot,
5,
for like
okay.
boiling.
Gotcha.
So you get the grains and stuff. So what I do is it's called partial mash brewing. So like what you see, like if you go on a brewery tour, they do it all just from grains. That's called full mash brewing. So they get all the grains, they soak it in warm water to get all the sugar out of them, extract that, boil it, put in the hops, and then put in the yeast. And then in about a month, you'll have something like beer. I don't have enough room for that. I live in a tiny apartment downtown.
Sorry, I'm over here adjusting Joe's mic while he's talking like a freak.
That is euphemism, by the way, adjusting mics. But I don't have enough room for all that stuff. It takes a lot of space. So I do partial mash, which means I get about 2/3 of my sugars from just grains, the other third from just grain extracts. So it's just basically a syrup that I buy. So it's just pure sugar, basically. And
Gotcha.
it saves me the time of mashing it and getting all the extract out and all that. And then you boil it for about an hour.
All those things combined.
Yeah, so you get
Okay.
you put let it soak in the hot warm water. And I'm butchering this whole process. It's a lot more involved than this, but
Yeah, feel free. I mean, we got an hour and a half, buddy. So
Okay.
feel free to give all the details. you
well
wanna.
then, all right, let me get comfortable. So you put the grains in. You put it in with your mash water, which is about 175 degrees, and that has to sit for an hour. During that time, it's extracting all the sugars. It's producing amylase. It's going to break down more sugars into simple
Amylase.
sugars.
I remember that term from chemistry.
Yeah.
What is that again? It's like an enzyme or something?
It's an enzyme that breaks down proteins. So
Okay.
you're breaking down
Gotcha.
longer strings of sugars into more simple sugars,
Ah, okay.
with the idea of trying to find a balance between really simple sugars and complex sugars, because the simple ones will ferment out first, and the complex ones will stick around and make beers sweet or however you want it to taste.
Though I've had an inclination, I'm rethinking the possibility of me making beer at this moment.
Yeah.
It sounds too scientific for you there, bro.
It's really not like whenever I try to describe it to people, it's basically if you can boil water, you can make beer.
Okay, I'm back on board.
Yeah, yeah,
I've made my own root beer before
yeah, that's pretty close.
from a little kit from Cost Plus.
Really?
Yeah, Cost World Market. Yeah.
So you buy like the stuff and then you can make the root beer yourself?
Yeah, no, it's a kit.
It's
Like it has
like-
like
it
it
has
has
like
like
a little
yeast and
barrel.
stuff, or is it just the water and the syrup? And
Water and the syrup.
Okay.
It's a powder.
So there's yeast
in
in beer. Well, we have a lot to cover, Joe.
Okay.
I'm trying to sort this out.
I should have
Okay.
started with I'm really bad at describing things, so
No, you're good. You're good.
I kind of just put some stuff in a pot and then I don't know.
Okay, so you literally boil the
Beer.
stuff. You kind of break it down. Did you say you added the amylase or whatever it's called?
No, it gets produced naturally. It
gotcha.
exists in the grains. So
Okay.
you're warming it up basically to wake it up. It starts doing its thing. You let it sit for about an hour, and then you drain all the water out,
Okay.
and you have sugary water.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
from that, I'll add in more grain extract because how my process works. You boil it for about an hour, and the boiling caramelizes it, changes the color a little bit, adds a lot more depth of flavor and things like that. And throughout that process, while you're boiling it, at different points you put in hops. So I brought 3 beers. For the stouts, they're sweeter, so you use less hops because they're really bitter.
Mike just cracked mine open here. I had the green on it, so it was an Irish. Would you say it was?
It's an Irish red ale.
Okay.
Why don't you taste it?
Beautiful.
Let
Let's
us
give
know
it
how
a-
that goes.
yeah.
Traditional Irish red ale.
Oh, damn, that's good. That's really good. Did you guys try yours yet?
No, not yet. I haven't tested it.
You
yet.
try yours?
So the one
Bruce
that I
Lee?
have was the red top. What's this one?
That's a spiced milk stout.
Yeah. This is one that's in the restaurant, right?
Yeah, the milk stout was the one that was in the spiced milk stout was in the restaurants and bars around.
So you
Denver.
two have the same beer.
That's
Yeah,
pretty good.
You want to try
That's
that
good.
out there, Mike?
Man, that is really
I don't
good.
lie.
So that's in the so okay.
Ooh.
How did you get into that? To the restaurant?
So I got into the restaurants. I entered a homebrewing contest, kind of just on a whim, really, because it was free to enter. I got an email about it. I was like, why the hell not? saw the ad, and I was looking through, like, I have a beer cellar. It's the bottom of my utility closet. It's just full of old beers and stuff. So I was like, oh, I have this stout that I brewed about a year ago. So it's super aged, which is usually good for, like, stouts and darker beers. And I tried it. I was like, oh, shit, it's still pretty good. So I entered it. Since it was free, I wasn't really expecting anything. It was just kind of just get feedback on it from professionals and things like that. They said, they're like, oh, we're going to do the judging like next Wednesday. Award ceremonies on Saturday. Wednesday, I was expecting, like, if you won, they'd, like, let you know. Kind of like if you're getting drafted, you know. They, like, call you a week before, like, hey, man, you might get drafted. You should show up. But
in this case, it's good to get drafted.
Yeah. But I didn't hear from them, so I already had plans on Saturday, so I just kind of blew it off. Yeah, I felt like a dick. The guy emailed me, like, Sunday morning. He's like, hey, congratulations, we won. We really wish you would have been there. I was like, oh, sorry. Some stuff came up. I was at trivia, I think. One trivia, though, so.
There you go.
Yeah.
You got a picture of beer out of it?
I was killing it that week.
Wait, so you were in trivia, like what? Like at a bar? You go to that one of those deals?
Yeah,
okay.
bar trivia.
Gotcha.
So,
are you one of those guys? You got, like, lots of trivia just stored in your brain. I get that feeling from you.
This is the smartest motherfucker I know, right here. I thought I was smart. This dude is smart. Like, he's stupid smart.
Well, I heard a funny story about you.
About me?
The LSTAT.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the practice LSAT that I did. I did okay on.
Beat the shit out of it. We're riding home from the light rail when we worked down at Ashford, fucking sorry ass place. We're riding home from the light rail. You know, sorry if anybody works there. We're riding home on the light rail, and we're talking about. He's like, "Yeah," I was like, "Yeah, I'm taking the LSAT to try to get into law school and blah blah blah." He's like, "Yeah, I took it for fun and just practice." And I was like, "Oh yeah." He's like, "Yeah, I kind of studied, on and off and blah blah blah." I don't. What'd you score?
Like 750, something like that.
Yeah, she's like, "Oh yeah," and so basically,
What's the highest? 800.
He scores high enough. Let's put it like this: he scores high enough that the University of Texas, UT Austin, was like, "You want a full ride?" And he's like, I don't really think so.
That didn't actually happen. They didn't offer me a full ride or anything. But
that's how high his score was.
Damn.
Like he's in the anomaly range.
If that was the case, I would have moved back.
He's like, nah, I got some beer to brew.
Yeah,
That's funny.
I got shit to do.
So with the beer to brew, is it still at the restaurant right now?
It's at their brewery.
Okay.
I think they have a location in Lakewood and a location in Denver, kind of near here, or it's not really Denver. I don't know what.
This is technically Denver where we're at now.
I don't.
This is New Montbello.
They have like they draw the border really funny. It's
Yeah.
like picture like the big circle-ish thing that is Denver, and then it's just got like a giant thumb that sticks out the side, and that's where we are. So technically we're in Denver, but
on the corner of Adams County.
yeah, pretty much.
There's no laws out here.
This is like it's like North Aurora. South
Mad
Mont.
Max and this bitch. We do what we want.
So, but if people wanted to get your beer now, can they get it somewhere? Or? I mean, besides us, obviously, we're gonna be having 6 a week now.
I think it's still at the brewery. So like whenever I won the contest, we like took forever to schedule a time to go in there and do it and everything. And it like was really awesome for me because that's kind of every guy that homebrews wants to work at a brewery, but me being logical, like I know they don't make any money, so I don't. I want to help. I want to be involved. I don't want to own the place because I don't want to have to pay the bills and stuff, which they have trouble doing. So I don't. But so I brew 5 gallons. I go there. We brew 90 gallons of it.
Jeez.
Yeah. So like
That's a lot
I
of
came
beer.
in like understanding like, oh yeah, like I use like 4 or 5 pounds of grains, like 2 ounces of hops, and he like pulls out like a bag, like, oh, we got like 2 pounds of hops. Like, oh, all right, well, and like everything's stretched out. So it takes me about 2 hours like of intensive work, and then like an hour of me sitting around doing nothing, waiting for stuff to cook. While I was there for 9 hours, like from start to finish.
Gotcha.
Brewing.
Gotcha. Wow. So it was that. Now, brewing beer, was that something you were always kind of interested in doing, or did it just hit you one day on a whim kind of deal? Or
I almost did it in college. It's a lot harder in Texas. There's not as much of a culture for it there.
Is that where you're originally from?
Yeah, I'm from Texas.
Okay.
Wait, are you a Cowboys fan?
No, hell no.
Are you a Texans fan?
No.
Broncos fan?
I'm a Patriots fan.
What? Patriots fan.
Oh, this bullshit.
We're gonna cut the podcast short today.
We're done.
No.
Thanks for the beer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man.
can we keep that sponsorship though?
We'll send people to pick up the beer. So you're real quick, not to get too off topic, but so you're a Patriots fan. What do you think of all this stuff going on with the what are they calling it? The whatever gate, flat ball gate, whatever.
I've been
calling it
Deflate gate. Yeah,
I've been calling it Balgazi.
Bug.
To be specific, hashtag Balgazi.
We're gonna get that trending. Let's try to get that trending.
Oh, it's
guys.
been trending. What do I think about it? I think if they actually did it, like if someone broke the rule, that's a broken rule. That's a big thing. I think people have been blowing out of proportion, like how big of a deal is actually, how much impact that would actually have on the game. Like they weren't out like breaking kneecaps or paying off referees or anything like that.
Yeah.
Or I think like what Tom Brady said. He's like, this isn't ISIS. No one's dying.
Did he literally say
really
that?
said-
I didn't hear
yeah.
his conference.
I stayed home from work yesterday just to watch this.
That's funny. Now, we've talked about Brady and the Patriots and stuff before, and there's no Patriots fans in the room besides you, buddy.
Yeah, that's fine.
But no, it's
I'm
okay.
used to
It's
it.
okay though, because I'm quite frankly, I'm sick of all this shit too. I'm tired of hearing.
It's like
come
it's
on.
just like last season whenever like Richard Sherman was like shit talking people and they wouldn't stop talking about it. Like it's not a thing, but they need something to talk about because no one's gonna talk about the Pro Bowl.
Always.
So
right. Wait, what's
they
that?
Still do that?
Yeah, do they?
Yeah.
I thought that they stopped that like 5
it's in
years ago.
Arizona. It's in Arizona now.
I don't even play the Pro Bowl on Madden. I skipped that shit.
They have that on
Pro Bowl.
Madden too.
Yeah.
That's
I
how little
have
people
Madden.
care.
I don't even know that the Pro Bowl is on there.
You have to
Yikes.
download it.
Why do you think they keep doing the Pro Bowl? I've never met anybody
Well,
that's like, I
it's just
love
like
it.
any
makes
professional
money.
sports. It
It does make money. It's profitable, so
Yeah.
they'll continue.
Well,
it.
and
why-
it's part, and it's because it's a contract deal. Because you're an all-star, you're a Pro Bowl selection, stuff like that. And I mean, like
Yeah.
with NBA, you're made to the all-star
Yeah.
team.
Well, and it also
Yeah.
fills that gap, before the Super Bowl.
Players make
Yeah.
money. Networks make money.
Yeah, right. That's.
I don't know. I
that's
think
the
it
reason
should
why
be in
it's-
Hawaii because players aren't going to go if it's not a trip to Hawaii involved, and it should just be a skills competition.
Because then they look at it and they're
That's
like,
not bad. That's
like
a really
the
good idea.
NBA, yeah. But they look at it, they're like, I don't want to fucking go to Phoenix, Arizona. What the fuck? Yeah, before when they changed it to before the Super Bowl, it was always in Hawaii,
Yeah.
The week after
But-
the Super Bowl.
but nobody watched it.
Yeah.
That's why they changed it.
Nobody
Yeah.
watch that shit now.
And still nobody watches it now.
I'll watch it. I don't care.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's still entertaining. Still,
So do you have a beer that's like named after maybe a Patriots or anything like that?
Yes, the
Uh-oh.
stout is actually on all my like brew logs and my journals. It's a TB12, so it's Tom Brady 12.
Oh,
And that's the one that
Lord.
we didn't drink, just so everybody.
Yeah.
knows.
Yeah. No,
AKA
That-
the cheater stout. That motherfucker's
Yes.
probably deflated. It's flat
It's
beer.
non-carbonated.
flat beer.
Oh, zing!
God. Okay. So from start to finish, you're like, okay, I'm gonna make some beer today. So you do the whole process, you boil the whole stuff. Isn't there's like a waiting process too, right? I'm not just a couple of hours, but is
Yeah.
it
So once
days or-
you're done boiling everything, you have like the hops already in there. You have to let it cool down.
Okay.
So I use what's called an immersion chiller. So it's basically a big metal coil that I put in the beer while it's still hot, so it sanitizes it, and then I run cold water through it, so it cools down the beer as fast as possible. Because like while it's sitting there cooling off, you increase the chance of like just shit falling in it, like dust or whatever else, and just you want to avoid that if at all possible.
just get it cooled ASAP.
Yeah. So you cool it off to about like 70 degrees, like room temperature, and then you throw in the yeast. And then about 12 hours after that, the yeast start working. You start getting like gas bubbles coming out and stuff like that. And then about a month after that, it's done brewing, and then you bottle it.
So about the whole process about a month then. Ish.
Well,
Month
the way I
and a
do
half?
it, so I do what's called natural bottling. So I put the beer in the bottle with a little bit of extra sugar, cap it off, and I let the yeast just eat up the rest of the sugar, and it makes carbonation by itself. So it takes me an extra 2 weeks. If you use carbon dioxide, you can carbonate it yourself with no yeast, and you have beer that's ready to go as soon as it's done fermenting, really.
Damn. What does the yeast do exactly?
So the yeast, they're really cool. It's a fungus. It just hangs out in the beer. Once it like gets rehydrated from the water and stuff,
Bruce Leroy sniffing his beer all of a sudden.
I guess while you guys have already like finished half of those, the cool thing about making beer is even if you mess up, there's nothing you can do wrong in beer that will like make you sick. Like you can't get food poisoning from beer.
It's pretty much just whether it tastes good or not.
Yeah, because it's alcoholic. The only thing I could do is like if I spilled like sanitizer or bleach in it or something, in which case I probably wouldn't continue bottling it. And give it,
I love that it's a probably.
Probably wouldn't give it to strangers and stuff like that.
Good to know.
Oh yeah.
What is this fucking kitty cat sticker?
Yeah, my fiance did that because she feels like I didn't label stuff enough. Even though I know. Steel Drive up here.
So what's what is the kitty cat sticker? What does that mean?
I think that's a stout.
There's a kitty cat sticker on the bottom of your guys'
Yeah,
bottle?
that's the spice stout, I think.
There's nothing on the bottom of mine.
Okay.
If there's a kitty cat sticker on the bottom of yours, that means that you want a new car.
Then mine's. Oh yeah. Me and Bruce Leroy.
He's got a sponsor and two cars.
I should specify new to you car.
Oh,
That beats the one I got now.
It's a 2005 Nissan Sentra.
I'll take it. I have a 79 Ford pickup.
And I'll need a ride home.
and an explanation to his fiance.
this guy is go with the flow. Love it.
I like this in bottle contest. Right on. It's better than Bud Light.
That's cool. So do you have higher aspirations? I mean, do you want to sell your stuff widely or anything like that?
No,
or?
I mean, I just enjoy making it for myself. So it's kind of like, I approach it the same way that I do cooking. So I could go to like a restaurant, and have like a really good meal. Like, shit, I want to make that at home. I gotta make that sandwich at home.
Bruce Leroy and I were just talking the other day about that, about how anytime somebody really, really succeeds at something, most of the time it's not because they're after money or quote unquote success by other people's standards. It's because it's something you're passionate about, something you just enjoy doing, and you do it. And you do it well, man. This beer is delicious.
Absolutely.
Made with love. It's made with Joe Dub love.
So you're probably going to be responsible for picking up our 6-pack every week, Mike.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah, he just got the job, man.
I mean, I'll meet you somewhere. And then we'll even throw in a Joe Dub sponsorship. We'll
yeah,
give you a shout out.
we'll promote the shit out of it.
You got some new stuff coming out.
Yeah.
Do you have a name of your brewery?
No.
So somebody listening right now is like, oh man, I want to try that.
They can try the Spice Stout at the brewery if they live in Denver.
What brewery?
You never said brewery.
Yeah, what brewery?
It's Caution Brewing. Caution, Brewing. Like the warning sign. Caution, danger, or whatever. Caution
Brewing.
Yeah. So I did it with Danny, the owner of that brewery. He's a really cool guy. Yeah.
I would recommend trying it. And
Yeah,
I'm not
this
just
is
saying that
actually-
because he offered us free beer. It shit is good.
No, it is really
good
good.
beer.
This is some of the best beer I've had.
Now
in a
you were
long
saying
time.
what are the spices that it's kind of tastes like in this one?
Oh, it's a little overcarbonated. I'll hold on to that one. Yeah, so the Spice Stout is...
Wait, so the one you're drinking there, you said is too carbonated? Is that
that's a problem with like brewing it or fermenting it or
Stick your finger in there.
carbonating it in the bottle. It'll blow up.
No.
Trying to make a pipe bomb?
You keep sucking on top of that, I'm going to put you in a corner and make some money.
But I forgot where I was. Yeah, the problem with letting it carbonate in the bottle is sometimes some bottles get a little bit too much sugar. And you
Carbonates
end up
more.
with,
Okay.
And you end up with.
Gotcha.
It still tastes fine. It's just it does this for a while.
Yeah, just a side effect of having
Yeah.
good, unique beer, man.
Yeah.
So you were saying with the spice stout, like what is the spice?
So the spice milk stout, is just a milk stout, which I'll go into what that means. But and I added in my own extracts of cinnamon, ginger, allspice, and nutmeg.
You said your own extracts?
Yeah, so I bought all the spices, fresh organic spices from Whole Foods.
Oh.
Yeah, living it up. And then I put it into a little bottle of Everclear.
That's classy stuff.
Yeah, well, it's whenever you make your own extracts, you want to use a neutral spirit. So like Everclear doesn't really taste like anything; it tastes like burning. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yes, it does.
It does.
I heard somebody talking about that recently, that like all alcohol is exactly the same. Was that you? Or was it a fun
No.
fact or something? It was like all alcohol is the same, and they just add certain stuff to other, like rum versus vodka and stuff. Really,
I mean-
essentially it's the same thing, but it's...
I mean, if you go down to like the basis of what alcohol is, yeah, it's the same. It's all ethyl alcohol. That's all people are drinking. But
Gotcha.
as far as like different spirits and stuff, it's dependent on what they use to ferment. It's like potatoes, grains, brown sugar, molasses, or whatever they use for rum, and then how they age it. So like vodka will get aged in like a metal barrel, so no flavor added by that. Whereas
Right.
whiskey or rum will be aged in a
It's
wood
flavored by
barrel.
the,
Yep.
the barrel. Got it.
This
Oh,
beer
that's-
is fantastic. I'm
This
looking
really
at
is
Yeah, I'm
fantastic.
looking
Good,
at
man.
the spices in it. I was going to say something earlier, like he was talking about the cinnamon, and if I was a stripper, I'm just going to take this off a subject. I came up with my own stripper name. It wouldn't be cinnamon. It'd be Skinnamin.
Oh, good Lord.
You know what
Good
strippers
Lord.
don't have enough of? They don't have puns in their name enough.
Right? That's what I'm saying, right? Skinnamin.
2015. Just be funny about it.
Damn it! I'm actually gonna write that down, and I'm gonna turn that into the copyright office right now and copyright Skinnamin.
Just trademark it.
You don't think
Trademark
there's a stripper out there named Skinnamin somewhere?
I don't know.
Some big ass black chick.
She will fight you.
But guess what? I'm gonna copyright that. I'm gonna get them royalties.
You're all about the royalties, huh?
Yeah.
Like Professor Money, my rap name. My first rap album comes out. Mike's collecting.
I mean, honestly, I did come up with that. So
You totally did. And I use it for everything, too, now. Like when I log into new things, like that Fitness Pal we talked about with Jose. I'm Professor Money on that. Professor Money on anything I set up. It's a good name.
All right. So if you ever get buff and start making some calendars, that's mine, too.
Okay. So you don't hold your breath there.
Shit, he owns you.
Mike wants the first 5 points off the top, and then you're good to go.
Yeah. You can do Shark Tank area. You can do that.
No, I've been watching The Wire, so I'm just using a lot of the terminology from The Wire.
I'm on the 3rd season.
What's The Wire? Talk to me about that. I'm not in touch with pop culture at all.
So it's a show that ended 7 years ago, so I'm not really sure.
So
this is right up my alley.
It's about The Wire is about a special investigative group in Baltimore, Maryland. It's called The Wire because they use wiretaps.
And Baltimore's supposed to be like one of the...
Oh, it's a shithole, based on what I've seen in the show.
A lot of murders and stuff like that going on.
Never actually want to go.
Yeah, based on what they show me on TV, which is pretty believable.
Imagine the mayor of Baltimore hates that show.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But it's kind of cool. It's a really good drama, really good development and everything. One of the things I really like about it is so it's about the wiretaps and stuff. And the show started in like 2002.
It's about the wiretaps?
It's about them using wiretaps to catch drug dealers and kingpins and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
But one of the things I like about it is that it started in 2002, so a pretty long time ago, and it ended in 2007.
Indeed.
So the first season is them wiretapping cell phones and payphones, or not cell phones, pagers.
Yep.
And payphones, which
Wow.
And then
pagers.
by the end of the series, they're wiretapping cell phones with cameras, Blackberries and stuff. So it kind of just shows in that one little contained series of how far technology's gone.
Yeah, well, even in the early 2000s, I wouldn't think they would tap pagers because I would think they'd probably be going after the ballers. I can't imagine. I mean, did people
drug dealers were using them
in the early 2000s still?
Oh,
remember?
Yeah.
Really?
That's my story when I was talking about how I wanted a pager in 2000. I graduated high school in 2000, so yeah.
I guess I didn't realize that. For some reason, I was thinking pagers were long ass time ago.
So just so you guys know, Baltimore is the 7th most dangerous city in the United States.
Only 7th.
Only 7th.
No,
cities everywhere.
I've heard about it's supposed to be one of the murder capitals of the world and stuff like that.
It's gotten better. Yeah.
Apparently, it's gotten 6 better.
Do you have access to the? Yeah, do you have access to the other 6 by chance? See if you can find that. I'm very curious about that. Who would be worse?
Number 6.
Yeah,
Hotlanta.
Okay, that one makes
ATL,
sense.
shawty.
That makes sense. What else you got?
Luda. Next, Birmingham, Alabama.
Really? That's number 5.
Yep. Let's see here, number 4.
Would you say this was the most dangerous?
The most dangerous cities.
Okay.
So you don't want to be high on this list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's Verizon, guys.
I mean, I guess. Or if you're high, there goes that sponsorship. Shit.
I've been working on that for so long. Mike.
That opens you up to AT&T and T-Mobile, though.
Yeah,
so
right.
Yeah, they're cutting contracts in half.
Yeah.
Those bitches are desperate. So hey, let's see here.
Who's your
Memphis
favorite?
is number 4.
Okay.
I believe that.
Memphis.
Well, West Memphis, I believe that.
West Memphis.
Which
That's
it's a
pretty
separate
specific.
city. It's
Oh,
a separate city, but it's across the river.
Uh-oh. Marshawn Lynch, Oakland.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one makes sense to me.
Bay Area.
Mo, just so you know.
Well, my dad. For those of you who haven't listened to past
I know
episodes.
you listen, Mo.
Yeah, he does listen.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Raiders suck, Mo.
Anything you can do to get him into coming on the show.
knows that already.
All right. Well, while you're looking there, let's talk a little bit more beer brewing. So it's a lot different. What you do is obviously a lot different because when I have dry dock or a small brewery, I mean, there's an obvious huge taste difference between that and not necessarily. I mean, I like Blue Moon. I'm kind of always advocating for Blue Moon, but compared to Bud or Bud Light or something, it's remarkably different. And it's just the way that they do it. What were you saying that they did the? I'm going to totally fuck it up. I don't remember what you said.
I don't remember either. So if you're moving from a Budweiser to a Blue Moon or something, I should say I love Budweiser because it's the same reason I like McDonald's. I can get a Budweiser anywhere in the world and it tastes the exact fucking same. It's crisp, refreshing.
Yeah, consistency, huh?
Yeah,
Bud Light.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Whenever you get moving to the microbrews and stuff like that, the taste difference you get is quality of ingredients and basically how much ingredients they use. So they'll use more grains. They'll use...
That's what you were saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So they use a wider variety of grains. So they'll try to get like a very unique flavor.
Gotcha. What's the alcohol content on this beer we're drinking right now?
I think they're all about 6 each.
Okay.
The stout might be closer to like 8.
Oh, god damn it, dude. I gotta drive later.
You're just gonna have to wait it out, buddy.
The stout was delicious. I'm kind of pissed off though because you brewed that shit and then you drank the other Irishman and left that tweet TB12 garbage up there. I mean, it's free beer. I'm probably gonna drink it, but I'm just saying.
You can just call it a milk stout. Don't.
Yeah, just call it a milk stout. It's kind of like, well, we won't go there.
What?
My watch.
Oh, this fucker does have the Tom Brady watch. Yeah, he
It's
does.
not-
The
no.
Movado, the Tom Brady
Oh,
Sports
yeah,
Illustrated.
yeah.
Yes, it is.
No.
He's like on the
No.
and he's just modeling.
No, you know what? It
That's not
doesn't
my-
say it anywhere on there. There is no actual
No.
proof,
Me
and
and-
I cannot comment on this matter. We need to move forward on the next subject,
me
fellas.
and Bruce Leroy. I remember when this happened. We were like, "Oh, damn, that is a nice watch."
I'm the one who told you guys.
And then, yeah. And
oh
then,
no, Bruce Leroy figured it out.
figured it out. And then Bruce Leroy was like, "That's Tom Brady's watch."
Hey, it was a gift, and I didn't know it. I actually did. I don't think I knew it until you discovered it, and then I asked, or maybe I didn't. I don't remember.
I think
How it went
like you
down.
showed me the watch, and then I went and Googled it. I was like, damn, that shit's dope. I wonder how much it was. This was so nice. I wonder where he got it from. And the first picture that pops up is fucking Tom Brady, and he's doing that smug ass Tom Brady deal. He's holding his chin, and you see this big Movado ass watch up there. And I was like, motherfucker, that's Tom Brady's watch.
Oh, that's my lovely wife for you, though. I mean, I'm a guy who's wore $20 watches my whole life.
Hey, it's a beautiful watch, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom Brady has good taste.
So you know,
Same.
the beer could still be good. That's what. My point is, you could still enjoy the beer. I still enjoy the time.
Let's be honest, because
Yeah,
you would
I'll
still wear
appreciate you
that
trying.
Movado watch.
Ugh. If it was given to me,
Yeah.
Like
I'd
the-
take that shit back.
You're so full of shit.
I would exchange it
You
for
know what
a
I'm gonna do?
different
I'm gonna
Movado.
give him that watch for his birthday just to see if he really.
I would
returns
keep
Is
it.
there like is there
If
a
you
Peyton
gave it
Manning
to
watch
me-
you wear? I don't know.
That's why I keep it, because it would have come from Tony, so that'd be the only reason I keep it. Because I keep weird shit like that.
You know
People
what?
give me
Well, I
stuff,
do too. Look over here. I've got my Bears Stadium picture that Bruce Leroy gave me, but you'll notice it's not on a wall. Part of it is that the studio here is not finished, so there's not a place to hang it. But the other part of it is that he told me he put a jinx on it when he gave it to me. So how long have I had that? Has it been was that?
2 years.
2 years now.
Yeah, because it was Christmas of 13,
Yep,
probably.
it was,
yeah.
So the jinx is working.
Yeah, my wife was.
Oh,
Well-
zing.
I think somebody must have put a giant jinx a long time ago on the Bears because they're not doing so hot. But we do have John Fox now, so we'll
Yeah,
see.
that's,
Adam
that's a
Gase.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Did you hear what John Fox's first move was?
You got again. You have
Broncos
Bronco
leftovers.
leftovers.
Always. We had Kyle Orton, we got Cutler, Marshall. I mean, you name it. We always do that. But his first move, it was interesting. His first move was to make amends with Brian Urlacher, which I thought was cool because it was kind of shitty how he departed and stuff, how he ended up leaving. So I think he's got the right mentality. Will he be able to put stuff together and make the Bears actually a viable team this year? I don't know. I got my doubts. I've become quite skeptical over the year. No, go for it. Bruce Leroy is about to try out. What is it? What do you got there? Which one is it?
TB12.
No. It's a stout. He said
So
call
milk,
it a stout.
it's just a milk stout.
It's a milk stout.
trying to milk
It's the Tom
stout.
Brady milk stout. Go for it.
Actually, I'm going to call this the Richard Sherman,
Enjoy you a little Tom Brady.
a.k.a. the Pick Six.
Little Tom Brady milk there you got, huh? Is that what you...
You know what? You can call it the Richard Sherman. It's dark and it's full of itself.
That was good.
Oh, shit. That was good. Oh, my God. Did you guys look at the news at all this week? I know a lot of crazy stuff was going on for us. But
Deflategate.
Yeah, I'm really
everywhere.
tired of seeing about it.
yeah, that stuff's everywhere.
Oh, by the way, number one and number two, most dangerous cities, St. Louis. number
Oh,
two,
yeah. That makes sense.
and then Detroit.
Right. Those...
What?
Yeah.
Why are you surprised?
Yeah. I thought he was serious, too. Like,
Motor City.
There's no one there. How could
That's
that be
what I was
crime?
thinking. It was fucking abandoned. Like,
No, it's pretty terrible. Now, like on St. Louis, have you guys ever been to St. Louis before?
Yeah, hate that place.
I've
No.
never been, no.
Okay, I've been on East Side St. Louis,
Ooh.
which is bad. And the story that happened with that was we were helping a buddy move, and actually I just turned this buddy on to the podcast, and so he'll probably
Nice.
hear this story.
Nice.
But we were helping him move back from South Carolina to Colorado. we were doing a road trip back. And so his sister, me, and him driving back. Well, there was no air conditioning in the car. And so it was a terrible ride with her. Because all she did was complain. And so she was upset. She wanted to just stay in the hotel, just get to a hotel. She didn't care where she was. We were in East Side, St. Louis, and me and him knew that. We were like, no, we're not going to stop here, we're not going to stop here, we're not going to stay here. Well, woman got her way, and so we ended up hanging out in industrial St. Louis on the East Side in a Motel 6.
You see Nelly?
No.
Do you have a
no.
view of the arch at least?
No, not on the East Side St. Louis, no. So,
It was a tall hotel. I don't know.
but good Lord, I probably did not sleep that whole night.
Really? Was it super scary?
It was super sketch. When we were driving through, I kid you not, there was a car on blocks.
That was my neighborhood growing up. Car on block, don't believe me. Cars on blocks.
Okay.
But no, but
let's
I'm
not remind
sure.
everybody where Tony's from.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with Fresno. Yeah, I felt bad after the last episode. I was bad-mouthing the shit out of Fresno, and I was like looking at our downloads. Like, we got a lot of downloads from Fresno. So, to my Fresno people, I still love you all very much, but Fresno's a little tough for me to go back to.
Yeah, because they got the Bulldogs, right? I watched
Fresno
Gangland.
State, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what the shitty thing for me is they weren't that good when I was there. They were okay. They really started getting really great after I left.
After Frank targeted.
Yeah. Well, the towel chewing and all. So I'm on the Caution Brewing website right now. I'm trying to figure out. They've got some beers listed here. Does yours have what's the name of yours?
I'm not sure if it'll be on their website because it's kind of like a, not seasonal, but like a short term. I don't know if they're going to make it again.
Oh, okay. So people better get down there and get that shit quick, right?
Yeah, time's running out.
Time is running out as we speak. Where are they located? They don't have a... Oh, wait. maybe they do.
It's in Lakewood, like just south of Belmar. Like
Okay.
the
Looks like...
mall, Belmar Mall.
Okay.
Yeah, 1057 South Wadsworth Boulevard. Get down there and check that out. It looks like they got a lot of good brews. It looks like they're one of those places that...
They do a lot of really cool, like, experimental stuff. Or, yeah. Like, just kind of what you wouldn't expect. Like, they have a...
Yeah, I say I like that. That's
like, they
cool.
have a Pilsner, or like a light lager, kind of like a Budweiser.
Uh-huh.
But it's brewed with, like, Chinese 5-spice. So it's got, like, a zing to it.
Got a kick to it.
Huh. Yeah.
That wasn't racist at all.
Yeah. A little. Like a Bruce Lee kick to it.
But
Jackie
just to
Chan.
let you know, that TB12 was actually pretty tasty.
I ain't gonna lie.
Was
it's
it?
Good.
Was it good?
Yeah, try it.
Taste
Yeah,
it.
I'll give it a shot here. See
I
what
wish
it's like.
I wish I could say it fucking tastes like shit, but it's really good.
Damn, these are some seriously flavorful beers, man.
Skinner man.
And it's like you pointed out. I mean, this is not stuff you taste all the time.
Yeah,
And this
no, and like I based all these off like, well, the TB12, the milk stout. I'm just gonna call it milk
For
stout.
Bruce.
Thank
right?
you.
That is a kind of it's a cloned recipe. So like that's the third time I made it. So each time I made it, it's a little bit different. But the original beer that's based on is called Buffalo Sweat from a brewery in Kansas, which I tried in South Dakota. They don't sell it in Colorado, which makes no sense.
Because we're borders.
Yeah.
Buffalo Sweat have a tent in South Dakota at Sturgis.
Yep. They
Yeah.
do. Yeah.
You guys going to Sturgis this year?
Oh yeah, 75th anniversary.
What
sold
month is
out.
that again?
August.
What about you, Mike?
We leave July 31st. Mike Pierce.
Bruce Lee
I've been
Roy's-
trying third year. Mike, this
He's
is
pushing you.
75th anniversary.
Yeah.
Hey, we have a 48-foot bus.
Bruce Lee
Who's
Roy's-
we? What do you mean you have a 48-foot bus?
Here's my thing.
Uh-oh.
With this. Here's my thing.
Come
with this.
on, Mike.
Mike Pierce doesn't have a regular bike. Mike Pierce has a chopper. Mike Pierce is afraid that chopper is going to get rolled up on and stolen.
Dude, we locked the bikes up in the motorcycle trailer at night.
All right.
It's the 75th anniversary. It's sold out in November.
Last November.
Careful what you commit to on the
November.
podcast. A lot of people hear it. Because I committed to the bet on the Cowboys-Bears game.
I have yet to have my beer yet. Just so you know. I'm still looking for my Murphy's Irish Stout.
I thought you were going to... I still owe it to you, man. I haven't been over to that other liquor store. They don't have it at the one right by my house. I still owe you. That's pretty overdue.
I don't know. It's a lot of. It's got to be. Let's be real. I'm down for it. I'll go to Sturgis. I'll go do that 75th anniversary.
Yeah.
Bruce Leroy has to come to my house and talk to my wife.
I will. Because,
He's pretty smooth.
Yo,
Bruce Leroy
I
is
would
smooth.
talk to her on the condition that if you haven't gone as a motorcycle rider,
You've never been?
no.
Every single year he's invited me. It's so every single year he's invited me.
Yeah.
The birth of the child.
Yeah, which is way more important. No
was
doubt.
born, so I couldn't leave because
Yeah.
that would have been pretty shitty if I was in Sturgis and baby was born. And it's the first birthday. You got to be there for the first birthday. So
Yeah, that's more important for sure. But I mean, this year it's not that long. If you've never gone and you only got to go once, right? Let's say you just decided this is the year to go. This is the year to go. This is it.
all right, I'm gonna leave it up to you.
I'll go talk
to the
to her.
wifey. You're talking to the wifey.
Dude, it's and
Does Tiara listen to the show?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. It's a lot safe. It's
She
safe too.
downloads it.
It is safe. It's not like crazy like people say it is. It's not a lot of fighting. We did get in a fight last year, but that was not my fault.
Yeah, Bruce Leroy. I've heard some crazy
Okay,
stories about
wait.
Sturgis.
Stop. You guys stop right now. Just you guys are not helping my case for real.
No, it's safe.
By crazy stories, I
See,
mean
if
like
we're gonna
crazy good stories. Like I would totally want to go.
Have some burgers and drink some beers and show off the motorcycles.
I should
That's
tell
really
you,
what we do.
I've been to Sturgis, South Dakota, and it was really nice. It wasn't during the rally though, but
That's why it was nice.
it was really nice, clean, quiet.
Wholesome.
I'm sure
family
it's the same when the rally's there. It's
Absolutely.
probably no different.
Good Christian values, yes.
No doubt. Dear Lord Jesus, thank you for the blonde on that Harley. Amen.
Oh Lord, have mercy. I don't have a bike, so I can't go. I mean, I guess I could go. Can
You could go.
you imagine if I rolled up in my old Honda Accord?
You guys. Okay, so I went to the stock show last weekend, and at the stock show, no joke, as we're rolling up, like a group of scooters, and I'm talking like Vespas, like a scooter gang, like rolled up, and it was so hilarious because it was like
That's hilarious.
like all of them. And I'm telling you, there's like 10, 12 of these people. They're
That
on
brings up that-
scooters, and they all had helmets, and they were serious. They're just like.
That brings up that question again: balls or stupidity?
That's stupid.
Why would you roll up?
I don't know. I'd be scared of a Vespa gang because they have nothing to prove.
They got nothing to
That's
lose.
kind of a good point.
They got nothing to prove.
Almost like a little guy,
Yeah.
Don't mess with the small
Nothing to
guy.
prove and more to prove is always scary. There's no middle ground in that, I guess, because what was it that Dave Chappelle stand up when he was talking about the group of black people that always has that one white guy?
Yeah.
That one white guy is the scariest
Don't
guy.
fuck
in the
with that
whole
guy.
group
Yeah.
Because he had to do some shit to hang out with them.
Oh man.
This is our friend T-Dog, 3rd degree black belt.
Oh god, did you hear Blackberry's making a stink? They feel that they've been discriminated against by app makers because nobody makes apps for Blackberry.
That shit fucking sucks.
They should make such a shitty phone, and then maybe they didn't get it.
Because BlackBerry doesn't make apps for BlackBerry. Let's be real.
Oh, they have an email app. I think they still have Snake. I don't know.
That's like from the Nokia phone days.
Wow,
Maybe
yeah.
Pinterest. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought that one just caught my eye. I didn't even read the whole article,
You
but
know
I was
what?
like, BlackBerry's crying because
I had a
nobody's.
BlackBerry back in the day, though. I did have a BlackBerry.
Dude, my wife held on to that as long as she could. I kept telling her, like, I think it's a dying breed, man.
It was a good phone when it was out, but it failed to evolve. Kind of like Blockbuster.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. That's what we talked about. Yeah.
And
It's
remember,
good what I was saying.
True.
Blockbuster didn't they have the opportunity to buy?
Netflix.
Yeah,
They were
they
like,
offered
Yeah.
that
for
will
like
never
$20
work.
million.
Doesn't that seem weird to you guys though? Like when a big company who's like really huge and successful and they fail to evolve, like that always blows my mind. Like I can't. It's so hard to understand how. Like to me, it reminds me of the music industry. It's all these guys where you see things changing, and it's changed for a long time. And BlackBerry had plenty of time to start getting on board with stuff, and they didn't. It just always. I always wonder. I'm like, these are the masterminds that got to this level of success. And then just failed to adjust to normal changes.
Everybody and your mom had a BlackBerry back in the day.
Yeah.
Right? I know. And then you think some new stuff comes along, and then you just think your shit's so good you don't have to change, you don't have to update. Because that thing was the same. It seemed the same to me for a long time. I didn't have one myself, but I know my
What
wife
about you,
had.
Bruce Lee? Did you have a BlackBerry?
Yeah, I had one. It was cool.
Yeah.
You know, It's nothing compared to the phones now. One of the big draws on BlackBerry now, the reason they're still in business is because a lot of like attorneys and people that are in court or anything, they those phones don't have cameras. You can get them without a camera, and you can't bring cameras in the courtroom. So that's why BlackBerry is still a lot of that. I mean, it's people, a lot of attorneys and accountants, any people like that you see, that they'll carry a BlackBerry really for business purposes. But other than that, that shit's technology is whack.
But you know what? When I had my BlackBerry, the thing that appealed to me, I had the push to talk one. You know,
Like
talking
the
about that
chirp?
Nextel one. It was like,
What's push to talk exactly?
that was the one that was like a walkie-talkie.
Oh, I remember that.
And I'm all about walkie-talkies.
I'm gonna chirp you.
The back of the day. Back in the day, I had that Dick Tracy.
I did too.
It was on your wrist.
Were you into Dick Tracy?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I had the yellow coat.
No, I was. See, you were.
I just dated myself big time.
So Tony Dollar there was all about the good guys. I was all about the bad guys.
Oh yeah,
I'm talking about. I'm all like flat top, prune face.
Yeah.
That was all my guys. So
Okay.
I was like, damn, they different.
Yeah, I respect that. Here, let's look at this story. This is Pinterest is opening up its data more, kind of like how Facebook did, to like so they could better target market their sponsors and stuff. Can like better target. How do you guys feel about that? Because I know it's a big thing now. Because like we're all on social networks, most of us. Maybe not Bruce Leroy completely, but you're surrounded by it. And a lot of your friends and stuff. Maybe you're dabbling in. I always wonder if you're on there and like under some secret code name or something.
Like Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah, but we're seeing more of that now because they have access to all these people, and they're a lot of times behind the scenes. Sometimes it gets exposed, sometimes it doesn't, but they're making this shift where it's like they're really giving a lot of detailed information so people can really market shit that they know you're going to be interested in. How do you guys feel about that? Does it feel weird? Do you like it? Is it better?
It bugs me the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like if I'm on ESPN, I do not need a sidebar popping up with Ford Mustang shit and like and like Colorado Rockies hats. I'm like, whoa, how did you know? That's a good hat. Hold up. How you know that?
Yeah.
I don't like that shit.
You know
Yeah, it's
what?
almost weird, right?
You either need to go incognito or you need to get ad block.
Yeah, probably. Well, I do that on my work computer, so I don't know about that.
So you know what? Like when we're talking about ad block, I don't know if you guys have you ever gone to the Denver Post website?
It's the worst.
Yeah.
Dude, if you do not have ad block, guaranteed that web page is going to take fucking forever to load because of the amount of ads that's on there. No, ad block is a dream. Granted, there's nothing to the sides of the screen because there's no ads, but it's just fucking the news, dude.
Yeah, nice. And for those of you who don't know that are out of state or whatever, Denver Post, the newspaper here, and
Yeah.
There's like
DenverPost.com.
2 people there.
If you want to check it out. It has a lot of ads on there, and then
so overall
do
though,
ad block.
so
not
to
a
know-
lot of ads.
So it annoys Bruce Leroy. What do you think, Mike? I mean, do you like the because sometimes I like it. Like I get a lot of guitar stuff and music stuff, and I mean I like it to a certain extent because sometimes I catch sales and stuff like that. But sometimes it's just sort of a creepy feeling, knowing that everything you look at on the internet,
Big
people
brother.
kind of have access to it.
Big Brother.
Yeah, 1984, George Orwell.
Big
Mike does
Watch.
not trust the government, so he does not want them.
He's
involved.
smart.
What do you think, Joe? How do you feel about that?
I think it's really interesting. I mean, people agree to it whenever they sign up for it, so they should know.
Yeah.
You know,
The terms and
Well,
conditions.
there was a thing that came out recently too, talking about how, like they totaled up the average person in America
Right.
and how much time it would take out of their life if they literally read every the rights, responsibilities,
agreements.
and agreements. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you read that for everything, and it was ridiculous. It was like 10 years of your life you would spend reading that
Right.
stuff, which is crazy. And obviously nobody reads it. I mean, anybody at this table, raise your hand if you actually read those things. Okay, no hands went up.
I've read it for
Wait, you didn't
one
even give
thing.
us a chance to
I've read it for
answer.
one
Yeah,
thing.
it was on purpose so I could still make my point,
But,
Mike.
Okay, so hold on. So, yeah, because you weren't giving us a chance to read your terms and agreements,
still not.
asshole. No.
Yeah,
Joe Dub is a Redditor, just like me.
Yes.
What was the one terms and agreement that gave something? If you read the terms and agreement, you had to respond to it. It was something that was on
I
Reddit. It
can't
was like
remember it.
you had to like respond to it, and you got like it was like a certain amount of money or something. If you read the terms and agreement, you just had to respond.
Yeah, like you email them like with a certain like code word, like a key phrase.
I just wanted to see how many people are actually reading
Yeah,
it.
and no one.
No.
No one.
Like, this literally went out to 13 million people, and we got 0 responses.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, go on, though. I didn't mean to cut you off when you were talking about how you felt about
but I mean,
it.
it's really interesting. People like you agree to it when you sign up for it, and you should know if you are posting like shit on Facebook or MySpace or whatever else. It's out there. It's on the internet. no one controls it anymore.
Oh.
But I've done some like advertising on Facebook. Like I used to be involved in like a neighborhood group. I was in charge of like their outreach and stuff, and it's pretty crazy. Like Facebook's like, oh, who do you want to like see your ads? Like, oh, people.
You can get really specific.
like people in your zip code. Like, okay, yeah. People, males and females between 18 and 25. Like, sure, yeah.
Target marketing.
Yeah,
huh?
people that are interested in government. Like, yeah, I'm not sure how you know, but and you can just delve in as the smallest market you can just get to. You can target just like 18-year-old men.
6'1", 35 years old, named Anthony.
That's ridiculous. No, in
Probably could.
Me and Tony, we have our Facebook page too,
Yeah.
and we've both done it on the same where we boost it.
Yeah.
Yeah, do a
Posts.
little marketing.
And like I went into there, like they have the simple boost where like just boost to this.
Yeah.
And then they have the advanced options, and that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Is the advanced option. It's like it's ridiculous the thing on there, and it's like like do you want to target left-handed people? Do you want to target
It's
people with
bizarre.
red hair? Do you want to
Yeah,
target
it's like
you're
you can download
wow.
you can like download the data for your page. And like I would download the data like for the page I was in charge of. And it's like, oh, like 2,000 people like looked at your page, whatever. And like, here's a breakdown of who looked at it. So like, I do reports to like board meetings and stuff, and be like, oh yeah, like people between like 35 and 41 love our stuff. I don't know why.
Yeah, and we can see that with the podcast too,
Yeah.
to a certain extent. We can see a lot of demographic information,
Yeah.
which is interesting. But it's interesting to me, I guess, what's happening is that there's basically a trail for everything you do on the internet, and it never goes away completely. Like if you got in trouble, you were involved in a murder case or something, somebody needed to pull up your shit, they could. I mean, they could figure out the websites you've been to with the kind of stuff you've been looking at, and that's just normal. But what's interesting is now that it's becoming such an integrated part of our life that as individuals, like you're just becoming really trackable as people. We all are. And so it just kind of blows my mind sometimes. I think it's inevitable. I mean, I think we're moving in a direction where everything you do is going to be recorded eventually.
And that's why I changed my name to Michael Pierce. Because if you Google Michael
As
Pierce,
opposed to-
because if you Google Michael Pierce,
Nothing?
no, there's a lot.
Oh, there's a lot.
Not me.
It's not you.
Not
Oh, I
me.
see.
I have the same thing. I put in my like a nickname as my middle name. No one can find me.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, shit.
These guys on this side of the table are under the radar.
Don't trust
Michael
anybody.
Pierce, 6'2", Mexican
Whoa,
Pinot,
whoa, you're short.
Mohawk.
You're short of me out. You're short of me at 6'3".
Yeah, no, see, my
shit, my
objective
bad.
is to be as publicly viewable as possible, though, as a musician. I'm trying to build a following, and if anybody is ever curious, I want them to be able to find me easily. I have thoughts about that, like I posted a picture today, with me and my kids and stuff, and you can change your settings when you post something on Facebook. I mean, you can have it just only go to family and friends, and you can,
Public.
public and that kind of thing. But it's out there.
Yeah, what's up with your jams this spring? I know it's winter, but I'm not even thinking about winter. We're here. It's almost spring because February's what, next week?
Yeah, right around the corner.
Right?
Yeah, I'm
Got
booking
some
stuff
shows?
now. Yeah, I got a couple things lined up. I got one I've put on Facebook. I got another show coming up. So that first one is February 10th. It's going to be at Bistro Alvino in Centennial. Good little short half hour set. I know it's on a Tuesday, but it is only a half hour set. It's nice and early. People can come out, have a brew, chit chat with me, bullshit a little bit. I got another one on the 19th coming up. That's going to be a longer deal, like a 3-hour gig. Details will be coming soon. But there'll be a lot of shows this summer for sure. And like I said, I'm going in the studio tomorrow, so I'll have a single ready here super soon.
Dancing in the sunshine.
Dancing in the sunshine.
that's the
You guys,
jam.
okay. So the other, 2 weeks ago, I had to call Tony up and, bitch at him because his damn song is stuck in my head. That Dancing
Mission
in the Sunshine
accomplished.
stuck in my head. And I was sitting there whistling that whole last part of the thing, and I was like, God damn it. And Tears like, what are you singing? And I'm like, Tony's Dancing in the Sunshine.
Yeah, my sister-in-law was
Which is
doing
not
that the other day.
bad. Which
Yeah.
is not bad. It's not bad.
Right
It's
on.
a good tune, dude.
Right on. Yeah. No, a lot to answer your question, man. A lot of shows coming up. Just always stay tuned to the website, TonyDollarMusic.com. Facebook, Tony Dollar Music. I'll keep everybody updated on what's
On
coming.
the podcast, we also announce
Of
it
course,
too.
of course.
And
of
again,
course.
Mike Pierce, I'll always be there for you.
I know, but you will, buddy. You will.
So if you
You're
ever
on
want to
the-
meet Mike and Tony, you'll go to Tony Dollars.
Yeah, you're coming out to the show, right? Yeah, Mike will
We'll
be
go
at the Bistro Alvino show on February 10th. That's actually the day after my birthday. Turning 22. I was 49 last episode. I'm 22 this
57.
episode. Oh, 57.
Logan called you 57.
Yeah. Oh, man.
You
How
don't
old are
look-
you, Joe?
I'm 25.
20?
I had to think about that for a minute.
Oh, and this guy's
what
not even.
year is it? Yeah, 25. Yeah.
That's cool.
I'm
And you've
getting
been
a really like a shit look for. I can't control this. It's you ask my parents when they did it. I don't know.
what? Did you look older than 25 or?
I don't. Do I look older than 25?
It's the
You have an
mustache.
older era, or not an era.
I
You have
a
an older
mustache.
era.
I have a mustache.
Yeah, the mustache does it, but I think it's sort of your demeanor, and you talk about experience. You're just talking about brewing beer. How long have you been brewing beer for?
About 3 years now.
Yeah, okay. You kind of come to the table sort of as an experienced dude, and so 25 is a little, it catches me
I'm
off the
old
guard
at
a little bit.
heart because of my diet.
He's old soul.
I'm old at heart
You
because
you like drink prune juice and have your fiber every morning.
it took me a second.
I'm in bed by 9. I'm up at 5 every day. Doing my calisthenics.
Here, what is it? The on PBS, the chair workout.
Yeah.
What is this chair workout? What are you talking about?
You haven't seen that before? Like the chair workout. You just sit in your chair and just work out. You're just doing movements in the chair and.
You just stand up and sit
That's so
down.
bizarre.
No, you don't even stand up. You're just
Like
sitting
this-
in the chair the whole
Might
damn
hurt
time.
yourself. Might hurt yourself standing there.
It seems so counterintuitive because all these studies are coming out now showing that even exercising, if you have a job, where you're sitting all day long and you spend a certain portion of your day exercising, that you're not getting all the benefits you really should be. Like humans are sort of designed to be moving a lot and like moving all the time. So it's really funny to hear that somebody's pushing a workout where you literally just sit in a chair.
Damn it!
I love sitting down.
What the fuck kind of a job am I going to get where I'm walking around all the goddamn time?
Yeah, people do
guide.
weird stuff. There's a lot of people doing
Tour
weird,
guide. There you go.
weird things now. They put treadmills where they set up their desk at a treadmill, or then they have like the desk that lower, and so they fluctuate back between sitting and standing.
I
for their
work with
entire
people that
workday.
have like the standing desks where it like raises up.
Yeah.
And
That's
every
the
time I
option.
walk by their desk, I feel like I'm walking by like a fucking DJ. Like he's just standing there. Like,
Spin. He's got headphones on.
like do like a double take. Like oh okay yeah. You're not working on your single. You're
But
just
and then they
typing.
also have those like portable bikes, like the biking machines
Right.
you put underneath your desk.
Oh
Right,
yeah. So you like sit and just pedal.
right.
Just
Pedaling the whole
just
time.
Pedaling the whole time.
Yeah. No, I don't know. It's not practical. I mean, it's weird because all these studies are coming out, but I mean, I don't know if it's the vast majority, but a lot of people sit down all day while they work. And it's kind of funny to find out, like, even the people like Bruce Leroy over here who regularly get their exercise in, sitting at a desk still, you're going to have a lot of things you
As
won't
we
be able
sit down at this fucking podcast in chair.
It's
Burning.
different though because we're being productive.
to. Yeah.
You should do a walking podcast. Just carry the mics around, just fucking walk around.
I have thought about doing a remote stuff. That'd be kind of fun if we could.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is according to Mike and Tony,
Live from 7-Eleven.
live from Ireland Street. We're just walking around Tony's neighborhood, hanging out.
Ireland Street? What are you talking about?
We
I
won't
had that problem.
divulge.
Like on the way here, my GPS was telling me to turn right on Ireland Street. He told me like 3 times, and no shit, I just turned left. And it's like a little like it's an access road with like some like big box trucks on it. And I was like, where the fuck does this guy live?
Yeah, no, I like to keep that a mystery. Don't
Middle of nowhere.
you guys stop with the
Middle of
street
nowhere.
names?
And then, like-
people are going to track my ass down.
The GPS got angrier and angrier. It's like, oh, turn around. It's like, oh,
The
shit.
only time that I've actually messed up directions and that was verbally told me was I was really high. Okay, so here's the story. This is it's probably the second time I ever got high in my life. We're going to, at the time, it's called Funplex.
Oh,
Okay.
We talked about that in the past episode,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's called Funplex. We were going. I drove an 82 Caprice. And out of all of my friends, my car sat the most people. 82 Caprice was bench seating in front and back. And it's comfortable seats, by the way. And it was like a Hummer. You could sit 4 fucking people wide in an 82 Caprice. And so, that Caprice was packed full, okay? They decided to just light up a fucking joint.
Spleefer.
Just light it up, right?
Yeah.
And it's 82 Caprice. Only one window worked, you guys.
You were hotboxing and
It was
driving,
hot box.
trying to get somewhere you've never
driving,
been.
and it was you guys. Okay, so it was just going, and on top of that, my stereo, again, it's an 82 Caprice, was broken. Only the bass worked to control the volume. So you were either listening to a lot of bass or little bass to control the volume. And so by this time, I am high as shit. Okay, we're going down. I think it's Bowls. going down Bowles, is that right?
Yeah,
that's where
it
Funplex
Yeah.
was.
We're going down Bowles, right? And I'm just stoned out of my mind, you guys. I'm just driving. The beat is just, again, because it's on low bass. Yeah, it's a and I'm just like, oh, yeah, dude, this is dope. Right? And so we're driving, and everyone's like, Mike left, Mike left. And I was like, oh, damn, dude. And I took a left, but it took a left like 2 lefts later, right? And they're like, damn, dude. And so I was like, all right. And so I just did a U-turn and got back up, and I'm driving. And I was like, all right. And in my brain, it's dude, and left. Dude, left. And I'm like, ooh. And so I counted myself. 1, 2. And I was like, 1, 2, left. And they're like, no, Mike, you're on the other side of the road, son. Right. I was like, oh, damn. So we literally did like a circle on Bowles.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah,
Because I was so high.
people who drive high, they say it's not really dangerous. Like if you drive drunk, that can be some seriously dangerous stuff. But driving high, the most likely you're gonna go below the speed limit and you're gonna miss your turn like 6 times.
Yeah.
And you're gonna go back by it again and again.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
And then we got the Funplex. I mean, we didn't have a set time that we had to get the Funplex. I don't know what everybody was bitching about.
It's Funplex, not Workplex.
Right.
No schedules here.
And so we got the Funplex, and I used to be good at Tekken back in the day, but not high. Mike is not good at Tekken high. I wasted so many quarters on that damn machine.
You're probably totally pissed off. Can't figure out why you're not good all of a sudden. I don't understand.
Dude.
That was my
Machine's broken. It's
that was
broken.
my second high story, because remember my first high story was Matrix.
Oh yeah, Matrix High. When you grabbed the bottle that was rolling off the table.
Yeah. What about you, Bruce Leroy? The first time you were high.
I was in college, no doubt. And it was funny. My parents smoked mad weed. If you met my mom and dad, you'd never expect that shit. Like
Those are
you
the
know,
best kind of potheads.
You never expect
You
that.
don't see it coming.
Like, you know, and they just smoke it around me. Like, it was never, like, taboo. They always smoked joints and shit. Like, my dad would smoke a fucking joint.
Let me ask you this: when did not to interrupt your story, we'll get back to it, but at what point did your parents sit you down and talk to you, or was it always like from the time you could remember they smoked weed?
They never really talked to me. I mean, they were growing weed in the backyard when I was 4 or 5.
Really?
Yeah. But because, you know, and they explained, I think when I asked what it was, then they were like, this is what it is. Do you want to try it? And I was like, no, not really. I'm like, okay, well, if you do, let us know. So
Yeah.
it was never something that was like taboo for me.
That's a good thing.
You know?
Yeah.
But the first time I got dode, I'm like, oh my God. I was a freshman at the University of Arizona. Go Cats, baby. I had a roommate named James Gunnar McClellan, and he was like, I'm a genius, bro. And he had a lisp. He was like, I'm a genius, bro. I don't even go to class. I'm a genius. I was like, whatever. You know, whatever you say, bud. And he would just fucking have this big-ass bong. And he would wake up at like 1:30, 2
Wake and
o'clock.
bake.
Yeah, in the afternoon, right? No shit. And he would sit straight up in his bed, and he'd be like, bong rips, bong rips. So one day, he was like, you want to smoke this weed? All right. So, you know, they're like showing me how to like light the bong up, you know, and I'm like, I got good lungs, so I'm like milking that shit, and I'm like,
Yeah, having good lungs could be.
oh, dude, I hit it
When you're first, yeah.
deep, and I start coughing shit, you know, and then like nothing happened. So I hit it again. That was a mistake.
Oh.
And like, dude, when I woke up the next day, I was like, oh shit, I'm late for class. So I get to the class, I sit there, and I'm looking at the clock. Class was at 10 o'clock. It was a Spanish class. 10 o'clock. I'm like, where is everybody? 10:30, nothing. 10:45, I'm like, where the fuck is everybody? Yo, I was at the wrong class. I had switched the day. I was at the wrong class on the wrong day, and I was still high. And I went back to my dorm, and I slept for like 2 days, and I never smoked it again.
Shit.
I never smoked it again.
Oh my God.
No.
That's funny. I one time in college too. I had a couple of crazy experiences on weed in college, but I remember one in particular was I had this guy who lived above me who was like a math major, like one of these genius guys, probably a lot like your friend you just described, like super smart guy, but smoked hell of weed. And he used to always, when he wanted me to come up and smoke with him, he would pound on the floor. And he would do threes, so it was like boom, 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 and I would know. Oh shit, okay. So one time he did it, and it was like I had class in like 15 minutes, and I walked to school, and I had to give a presentation in an anthropology class. But I was like, for whatever reason that day, I was like, fuck it. Went up. This guy destroyed me. No, not even a joint. It was a bong. It was this gigantic bong, and I just got so destroyed. At one point, he just looks at me. He's like, didn't you have class? And I was like, oh shit. Run downstairs, grab my bag. I like run all the way to class. I come in, I'm like 5 minutes late. Eyes are like bright ass red. And I give up and give this speech. And I actually nailed it. I felt really good. I was like, boom, yeah, got it. And then my teacher, who was also my advisor at the time because I was an anthropology major, she just, at the end of it, she said, not too bad. And by the way, my whole presentation was on disc golf. I don't know anybody who knows disc golf, but it's like a total pothead sport. And I was doing the culture of disc golf or whatever. So I give the whole thing, I finish, and then it's just quiet for a second. And she just goes, Mr. Dollar, your eyes look very red to me today. And like everybody just erupted into laughter. And then my face probably matched my eyes at that point. I turned bright red and was just like, oh, it was like one of the most uncomfortable moments I ever felt in my damn life. But I got through it. I got an A.
What about you, Joe Dub? Any?
Yeah. I mean, I was a liberal arts major through college.
Oh, okay.
So, you know.
Well, you strike me as one of those super intelligent dudes that probably...
I look like that? Nah.
He's humble, too.
Super, I'm like the most humble guy ever. Super modest.
He keeps having these like these total I can't even think of the word. That's how intelligent I am. What's the sarcastic or whatever remarks? I think we missed a couple of them.
Yeah. I'd say like the worst experience I had was one of the more recent times I got high. I was hanging out with a few friends, and like one of my friends, like he was moving out of Denver. I was like, okay, I'm gonna hang out with you. Like you're leaving soon, and we're listening to like Blink-182. Because we're in our 20s, too old. We're like reminiscing, like, oh, I remember high school? Oh, this was so fucking rad, dude. And like they're passing around a bowl. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll have some. I was like, I'll be fine. I like walk back to my fiance, and I at that point I didn't talk to her a lot about how often, like whether or not I got high or anything like that. I specify it was legal in Colorado at the time. Pretty sure it was legal.
Oh yeah.
And as I'm walking home, I'm like, oh shit, I'm high. Like you get like everything like slows down, like dilates. Like it's like, all right, I'm gonna get some food. That'll help. Like I'm drunk. Getting some food will help. So I get like 2 slices of pizza. I'm like walking to my apartment, like shame eating pizza. Like it's like it's too hot to eat. Like I gotta eat this. I gotta eat this. She's gonna be so angry at me if she finds out. And like I come home and she's like playing a video game or something. I just sit down. I'm like quiet for like 5 minutes. And she's like, "How's hanging out?" I was like, Good. Just like blank staring at the TV, like nothing happened.
Playing it cool. I'm cool.
Yeah.
I'm playing cool.
We read some books, you know, just guy stuff, sports.
So it was like a Bill Belichick conference.
Basically,
we're on to dinner. We're on to dinner. I love his press conferences so much. Like,
dude, they're
so the best. Like I like Marshawn Lynch's because he doesn't like answer questions.
Thank
but
you
Bill
for
Belichick
asking.
will like answer the questions in like the most dickheaded possible way. Like
yeah. Well, we were talking about that before the podcast, and I'm always amazed at how many times I've seen him like multiple reporters in a row just kind of like dismiss their question as if it's stupid.
Yeah.
You know, like they'll ask a question. No, I think we covered that in the other question.
Yep.
Next. Yeah. No other questions.
He
All right.
hates it. But like the thing is, like, so like his last press conference, like on Thursday,
Deflategate.
Balgazi. He ended his like speech or whatever they call it. He's like, and I don't have anything else to say. If you have any questions about the investigation, ask the NFL. It's pretty straightforward. They know, I don't. First question from a reporter. So what do you have to say about the investigation? Like, I just talked to you for 15 fucking minutes. Like his eyes said, "Shut the fuck up! I told you already." So like the next 10 questions were like all he said was ask the NFL. You had to ask the NFL. Yeah. And like every person. And then Tom Brady's press conference, he's the polar opposite. He'll talk. You know, he's an open guy, super smug, full of himself, banging supermodels. You know, living the life.
Hall of Fame.
Like no shit. The first question, and this
deal.
is why I hate a lot of like sports reporters and stuff. The first question in his press conference was, "So when did you deflate the balls?" Like they're gonna catch him. Like he's like, "Oh, well, it was on Wednesday." Oh, fuck, no, I didn't do it. I don't know what you're talking about.
What a jackass question that is.
And they're just trying to like, I don't know. I hate them. watching their press conferences makes me hate them even more.
But if he did slip up, do you know how freaking amazed that guy would be? He would be so happy.
And then like it cut back to ESPN. I made the mistake of watching ESPN in the last week. It's just been garbage. I saw, was it Mark Brunell, the Jags quarterback?
Mark Brunell is anti-Tom Brady.
He was crying. Like, he was, like, having trouble, like, saying words. He's like, I just can't believe that he wouldn't, like, fess up to it. Like, what if he doesn't have anything to fess up to? I don't understand what you want from him. Like,
jeez. Yeah, that's hilarious, man.
It hurts your heart when you expose cheaters. What they really are.
I feel like Mark Brunell isn't exposing anybody. He's just trying to pay off his dets.
That's probably true. I mean,
let's be real.
We all know they already cheat.
Because, like, let's be real. What did Mark Brunell do?
Beat Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not sad about
Jaguars.
that.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought
card.
Mike was offended for a second, and then it clicked. Oh, no, Cowboys fan.
That was like his one moment of fame.
But yeah, I like that.
Jaguars.
Like after the press conference, like the experts that ESPN brought in, like Mark Brunell and Jerome Pettis, like all people that have nothing against the Patriots at all. Like they're totally good friends with the Patriots. And,
Because Jerome Bettis played for Pittsburgh his whole life.
yeah, like they never eliminated any of them from the playoffs or anything like that. It's whatever.
It's like anything, you know, that drama sells.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
people are. That's really
True.
what people
They're trying to
sell
get
more than anything
clicks
else.
and
But anyways,
views and all that stuff.
Going back to your story about the high time.
Oh yeah.
So your
What did
responses
your
were very
fiancé say?
Belichick-ish.
Same situation, yeah. Yeah, you just kind of like, I was just kind of staring, just like, so how's your day? I was like, it's good. Leave it at that. I think I answered that with the previous question.
Well, that's funny. Usually when people get too high, it's the opposite, and the answer is way too long, like diarrhea of the mouth. No, I mean, we're just hanging out, you know, doing stuff, nothing crazy or anything like that. Like, why do I seem different? Do I seem different right now?
My eyes itch. My eyes are dry.
Do they look red or eye? Yeah.
My allergies, man. I don't know. I'd say like the worst time I ever got high was I was at a friend's pool party in college. Which pool party sounds great. She's driving us back
Hell yeah.
to. So like she lived. I went to college in Arlington, Texas. I'm not gonna say which college. There's only one. She lived in an affluent suburb of Dallas. We're driving back in her Lexus.
Damn.
Yeah, she went to like a state school though, so she wasn't super rich.
Ah!
No, she was. She's but and she's like, oh, like, do you guys want to smoke some? We're like, oh yeah, sure. They're passing around like a bowl, like a whole pipe, like in the car, like while they're driving and stuff. And like she like takes a hit off of it, so she's driving. I'm like, oh my god, I'm in the middle of a crime right now. Like, I'm living in an after-school special. They're gonna put a baby in a microwave or some shit. I don't know what's happening. So like after like it rotates like 4 times, like she's about to do like what you guys talked about. Like she's about to turn right when she should turn left. So someone's like, oh, left. So she turns left from the right lane.
Oh, that's good shit.
So like, and like, I guess I should also specify in this Lexus it was like a 330, so like it seats 7. I was in like the trunk space. I was in like we had like 9 people, so I was in the back.
A rap video.
That's a rap video.
Like I was in the back, like riding illegally in this car, and just turned left from the right lane with like a lit like pipe full of marijuana. And I was like, I almost started crying. I was like, no, I can't do this. I have my whole future ahead of me. I can't. I've got dreams and aspirations. I'm going to be doing Scared Straight. I know it.
I know it. This will be end.
That's funny.
Oh, that's funny.
And then I got my liberal arts degree, and now I'm here.
I'm here.
Brewing Beer.
That's pretty much my story.
You guys want to talk about socioeconomics? I forgot all that. So.
Yeah.
What exactly is that?
Yeah, thanks.
You just scared the piss out of me and Mike over here.
We just sweat a little bit, and I just wiped it off my forehead.
Did you guys hear about this drone that crashed in Mexico? It was a drone carrying methamphetamine. Somebody was trying to deliver drugs with a drone.
That's not the dumbest thing.
No, it's not. Actually, when I saw it, I thought, what the hell? How come we've never heard of this before? It makes me wonder if people are getting away with it all the time.
It's a brilliant idea, but the drug lord just hired a stupid pilot. You know?
And now he's dead.
Oh, he's
You have to keep
Dude, those drug dealers in Mexico do not F around, man.
Dude, I was watching a documentary on Netflix, and it was talking about like the murder capital of the world versus like across the border. I think it was like El Paso, Texas.
Yeah, I believe that.
And it was like one of the safest places
In the world?
which is across the border from the most dangerous part of the world. And they were talking about like,
Do you remember what the city was or anything? Or I'll look it up. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Tell your story.
But it was talking about like in Mexico, this place, and like the cartels just run everything. So if you just even like mention drugs down there, you're shot up, you're dead. And they were saying like there are so many homicides down there that they don't even investigate them all. They call their CSI down there, the police and everything. They call them bullet collectors because all they're doing is just collecting bullets. And they had like this whole like warehouse full of evidence.
It's Juarez, right?
Juarez, there it is. Yeah, Juarez. And they were talking about it, and they were saying that like 90, like something stupid, like 97% of the crimes that happen in Juarez are not further investigated.
They're just like, we'll just leave that shit alone.
Yeah, and they were saying like the police, the CSI, and people, and everything like that, they have to have people escort them to their houses.
I believe that.
Because the cartels will murder them on the way to their houses.
Dude, I fucked up and clicked on a video one time of like, because I didn't think I was like, there's no way I'm really going to see this. And it was a chick being beheaded by a drug dealer in Mexico. Like that shit. And it's fucking on the internet.
Yeah.
Like those dudes are Dude, I'm not kidding. Like we've talked about before how I'm not exactly a warrior type. We know this already. Dude, I watched that video. For one, I couldn't get out of my head for like days. And two, I was physically nauseous watching it. Like it blows my mind. And that stuff's happening on the daily down there. Like,
yeah. No, that's like I said, there was like, it was something ridiculous. Like there was like 20 murders a day. Juarez,
so
Mexico.
Crazy, man.
Like how they calculated it.
God.
Was like something stupid. But you know what I was thinking about? Like how we were talking about like the most ruthless people.
Mm-hmm.
Can we just hire some motherfucking like Juarez cartels to go take out ISIS because they don't give a fuck? like I'm sure they can go find some ISIS motherfuckers and just like, yo,
right? Yeah.
ISIS. It's no more.
No big deal.
It's
no big deal.
It's nada.
It's nada.
It's nada.
It's nada. God. Oh, let's change the subject. I've got that fucking video stuck in my head now.
Oh,
again.
damn it.
So terrible.
Talk about like some nice things like kittens, right?
Yeah, like kittens.
They're nice. Yeah.
I'm allergic to
I'm allergic to cats too.
fuck kittens.
Oh, let's talk about Joe Dub. Joe Dub had posted a picture his fiance had posted a picture a long time ago about his kitten, Stanley.
Yeah, Stanley the cat.
Stanley the cat. He had a tie on.
Oh yeah. I got a bow tie and a regular like black
And a
tie.
regular tie. And his fiance posted on there, business cat.
Business cat. That's like a good meme picture, right? Oh, that's
Now
right. Are you a
I've
big
got,
cat guy? You like cats?
I like any animal really.
Okay.
I have cats because my fiance wanted cats. It's like the classic, like, oh yeah, like I didn't really want cats, but like my fiance / wife wanted cats, so we compromised. And we got a cat.
Sounds about right.
We compromised.
But so Stan's my cat. Like we have another cat, Bailey. That's her cat. She deals with that shit. Stan's my dude. Like we hang out, we'll watch TV together. It's cool.
I like cats because they're cool. You know, they're super independent and stuff. And
Yeah.
you kind of have to have respect for them.
And, like he doesn't care. Like I have a tie for him, bow tie. We have Yoda ears that he wears. I think I have some Princess Leia ears for him too.
My problem is if I walk in a house and somebody has cats, I know it immediately.
Oh yeah,
No,
you should
yeah.
never come to my apartment.
You didn't know about
Yeah.
mine.
No one knows about
really?
your cat though.
Yeah, Sinatra.
Where was your cat? I've ever
Mike's
seen
got
your
No.
cat.
Your cat's in
Big-ass
witness
cat.
protection. Like it's
Sinatra?
tiny.
Sinatra is like the biggest. He's the biggest cat you'll ever see. He's like Sinatra's like 20 pounds. He's a Norwegian forest cat.
Tiger.
But you'll never see Sinatra because he doesn't like new people. The biggest cat you'll ever see. This guy is the biggest pussy in the world.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. Yeah.
I have the opposite problem with my cat. Like so, my cat Stan. He's a Maine Coon. He weighs 17 pounds. I like have a few friends over like, oh, I'm allergic to cats. Like, oh yeah, just don't cuddle with him. You'll be fine. He doesn't shed too much. Motherfucker, like he'll jump in your lap. He doesn't care. He'll just get in your face. Just like, oh hey, what's going on? Hey,
Well, that's the thing. Cats know. Cats know when you're allergic to them.
Yeah.
Because when I was growing up in high school, my friend that we did the road trip with, Jeff Budney, he super allergic to cats, super. And growing up, our cat Chrysia, she knew. She knew every time Jeff slept over our house. she made it a point to sleep on his pillow right next to his face.
Cats seem to do that a lot. I've heard a lot of stories like that where cats like to sleep super close to your face. That's like my worst nightmare. I wouldn't wake up. I'd be dead.
But yeah, my cat sleeps on my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have a pillow. He has a pillow. I have the bed.
Cats are like the only animal that's really got a fuck you look. Like they can just look at you with those eyes and you just know.
They're dicks.
Cats, again, I'm a cat guy. Cats do what they want. For real. Like, you can go to a dog, and you can be like, you're a stupid little shithead. You're so stupid. You're fucking retarded. You're so dumb. And the dog is like, oh, yeah. Like, wagging their tail, like, you're talking to me. That's awesome. Yeah, you're talking to me. That's cool. Yeah. But a fucking cat was like, I'll lay on you when I fucking want to lay on you. And when I do lay on you, I'm going to lay on you. I don't give a fuck.
If there's any hoes out there like that, please holler at me.
Strong, independent.
No. Non-independent is what Bruce Leroy is talking about.
I mean, shit. You know, I don't mind.
Holla. That's what he's saying. Holla. No, it's like if you guys are on the fun facts, I know Joe Dub's on the fun facts.
I forward it to my coworkers.
Yeah.
Dope.
They don't respond to it.
Well,
I have one coworker that like, she's not gonna listen to this. She responded back to everyone that I forwarded to with like her comments on each one.
Oh,
like,
so she criticizes my damn
not
fun
criticize,
facts?
just like responds to it. It's
Like,
rhetorical.
that's crazy.
Everything's rhetorical, but yeah.
Well, like the one that was cracking me up now that you mentioned that, the pimp one. Did you read that one?
That was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking
That's
about
smart.
that.
That's smart.
That pimps wear all that gold jewelry on purpose because when they go to jail, physical money is confiscated. But the jewelry is not, so they can just go repawn that shit for their bail money.
Hey, there you go. Is that true though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was on
I didn't know
Pawn
that.
Stars. It was on Pawn Stars.
It was on Pawn Stars, yeah.
Gotta be true then.
Gotta be true.
It's on
Why would they lie?
TV.
It's on the internet.
It's on the History
Anything
Channel.
that's on the internet, it's true.
Yeah, no, I've
Right?
heard that. I've heard that too. I found that on the internet. I was
I think Abraham Lincoln said that.
Because he forwarded the message to Al Gore when he invented the internet.
I love how Mike knew.
I like that delay reaction, by the way.
Yeah, it's like almost
like
like you
a real-
expected it. Like he drops the line and then just casually takes a sip of his whiskey. Just wait for it. There it goes.
Let it sink in.
Boom.
Oh, wow, Mike is funny.
Sky Mall filing for bankruptcy.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You ain't
You're
never
telling
bought
me
none of that shit.
Yeah, you know what?
What am I gonna read on the airplane? The safety guide?
I think what it was, they were probably making money all these years just based on sheer numbers. You know what I mean? Like if you market to 70 billion people, you get 20 hits, you make a few bucks or whatever. I think that was kind of their thing. But now that they're saying that technology is so prevalent and people
Where the
have,
fuck am I going to get my hidden cat box inside of furniture?
what?
It's a cat box that looks like an ottoman or some shit.
Oh my god!
And it's inside. And you
They
would
do
never
have.
know.
They did have some random stuff. The most appalling part about that story to me, the most surprising thing is that it's 2015 and that shit's just now happening. Like I would have thought they would have got filed bankruptcy.
I think I read an article
time
about
ago.
that, and the CEO or whatever called out in-flight Wi-Fi. That's a problem.
Yeah,
Because
right.
people have
Thanks, Frontier.
people have anything else to do. They're not going to buy this stuff. They have anything
They don't
else
buy
to
that
do.
shit anyway. You know what I mean? Like you look in there, you're like, oh, that's a good idea.
Hey,
And
don't
Google
even
it.
lie. Don't even lie. There has been a couple of things that you have looked at fucking Sky Mall, and you were like, I gotta have that.
Yeah,
That's
before I had a phone and
true.
stuff I could look at.
But
You know what I mean?
the problem is, as soon as I get off, I'm like, Sky Mall want $80 for that shit. I'll get off and hit Google, and I look it up, and I'm like, oh, there it is, $35.99, and I don't buy it
But
from
that's the
Sky
impulse
Mall.
buying, though. That's what they rely on, is the impulse buy. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I sat there and I was like looking. I was like, I got big ass feet, big ass dude. Okay. They had those dress shoes that had the Nike Shox technology or whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I fly a lot.
And it was
yeah.
it was talking about the Shox and how comfortable it was. And I was sitting there, I was like, damn, reading this description, I bet the bitches are hella comfortable. $160? Yeah.
That sounds
and then
reasonable.
I get off the airplane, and then I go to, Famous Footwear, and I'm like, these Adidas? Oh, they're on sale, $50. Cool.
Yeah.
Done.
Like in a little world. I think that's what they probably banked on.
It's like-
you're in this little isolated world looking at these crazy things, and you're like, yeah, I'll go for it.
Yeah, it's the recycled air. Once you get fresh air, like, oh, no.
It's the recycled air.
No,
You know what they need to do? Here's what Sky Mall needs to do. Sky Mall needs to start sabotaging airlines so they're up in the air longer.
These are the opinions of Mike Pierce only, not of According to Mike Antoni or $20 Music.
Those are not terrorist threats, by the way. I was just saying that if Sky Mall wanted to reevaluate their business practices, they would maybe sabotage some of the airlines to make them in the air a little longer. That's all.
Not crash, just hover.
Just
looping
I'm not
around.
saying not to the point where they're going to crash.
Sounds
Put
like
that
some
shit in
backpedaling to me.
Or just market some shit people want. You
That's
know.
asking a lot.
Wait.
All right.
Well, and again, like we were talking about, evolving. Like really,
They
a
don't-
physical
that's
paper
what killed them,
catalog.
right? Where's your app? Where's your Sky Mall app?
That's it, buddy.
They
Wait,
got
they have
one.
an app?
They don't.
They have a website.
That's why they're
That's
dead.
what I'm saying, right?
Jeez.
Like the only time you ever think of Sky Mall is when you fly. And
Yeah.
me personally, I might only fly 2 or 3 times a year, right?
You say you fly a lot, Joe Dub?
Yeah, I think like 2014, I flew like 8-9 times.
Damn.
I got a new job and everything. I get busy.
You want to get in on just a little baby?
Just a little one. Yeah,
We're gonna.
You travel for your job or just for fun?
just for fun. Someday I might travel for my job, but there's not really any need right now. But I mostly I fly back to Texas a lot. Went to Orlando for Thanksgiving. Giving thanks by going to Universal Studios.
Thank you.
Universe.
I went the day of Thanksgiving because I made them work.
Did you ride the Jaws ride?
They don't have it anymore. Not
No.
not the one in Orlando. No, yeah, they took it out
Oh.
to what they built.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Fuck
yeah.
a Harry Potter.
If you go in one of the little shops and they the whole Harry Potter thing, I've read 3 of the Harry Potter books. It means nothing to me. My fiance was losing her shit.
Did you have butterbeer?
Yeah, I drank a shit. ton.
How was that
It's
shit?
delicious.
Oh, man.
It's just coffee with butterscotch in it. That's all it is.
That's so good.
Or
Damn,
cream
that
soda.
sounds pretty good,
Yeah, it's
actually.
good. But if you go to one of the shops, they have a bunch of fake magic stuff all on the top. One of them has the harpoon gun from Jaws 1.
I want that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How much was it?
We're
It
going to
wasn't
need a
for
bigger
sale.
boat.
It was Dude, way bigger.
Yeah. Do you know that's why I'm terrified of the ocean?
The sharks?
Because of Jaws. That's
You know, I used to.
Here's this. Me and my wife went to Hawaii, and we're in the ocean just swimming around out in Honolulu, okay? Just on Waikiki Beach, just swimming around, and a plane kept on going, over the water and everything like that. She was like, why is that plane just keep on coming over? And I was like, I'm just checking for sharks. And it's true. That's
Damn.
what they honestly are doing. They're checking for sharks.
Yeah,
And she was all, what? Like, yeah. She moved into where her feet can touch the sand practically. She didn't go any further outside.
I don't blame her, man. Those are beasts, and not only are you dealing with gigantic monsters that have these horribly sharp teeth and are definitely big enough to eat you, depending on what kind of shark you're talking about. But they're also in their element, and you were so far outside of your element.
Right.
Humans were not designed to swim
Splash
at all.
them.
We're weak on land, like compared to other animals. You're in the water with a shark, you're in deep trouble. It's funny how
You're in the forest with the bear, you're in deep shit.
It's very true. No, it's very true. But I used to bodyboard a lot and surf out in Humboldt County in California, and then I found out later that it was it's like in the top 3 highest concentrations of great whites in the world. But I didn't know it at the time, but I'll never forget the time. It was like a sea otter popped up 20 feet from me. I almost pissed myself.
This bitch is gonna eat me.
Yeah, it's gonna eat me. Oh,
It's
God.
gonna eat me.
That's a fucking weird looking great white. Yeah. Bruce Leroy's making a pantomime over here of my reaction. He scared the shit out of me before the podcast. I didn't know he had made his way into my house. My wife let him in without letting me know. And he scares me. He's standing at the top of the stairs, scaring me. And I went into a Bruce Leroy stance. Actually,
No,
it was straight up karate.
It's called fight or flight.
Yeah,
He was ready to fight after he jumped about 6 feet.
and it was so embarrassing. I'm standing there like I know martial arts or something. What am I gonna do? I don't know. But I look tough. Oh my god.
Well, no, got his though. Because then he came down the stairs.
Oh yeah,
And I
and
got
Mike
it.
got it. That's homie. That's why you're my homie. Got my back. No, we're in the last minute of the podcast here, fellas. Thank you so much, Joe Dub, for coming on, talking to us about your beer. We really appreciate it, man. People can find your beer. Caution Brewing is carrying it right now in Denver.
I think so.
We think so. Okay. Well, either way, that's a good place to go there at Wadsworth, right? Is that what we said?
Yeah, Wadsworth
Lakewood?
in Mississippi.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
cool.
Ish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right here in
Belmont,
Colorado.
yeah.
It was
Right,
fascinating talking to you about the process. I've always kind of been interested in it. I'm sort of thinking about trying it, but I probably shouldn't. I got too much shit going on already as it is. But we definitely thank you for coming on the podcast and appreciate it very much. Make sure you guys check out the sponsor of our podcast, TDM Studios, TonyDollarMusic.com. I am actually myself going into the studio tomorrow. Going to be landing down Dancing in the Sunshine. Single will be ready here online very shortly. I'm also playing a show February 10th at 7 p.m. at Bistro Alvino in Centennial. Make sure you check out our website, MikeandTonyShow.com. Next week,
if you guys want to see Mike and Tony in real life,
you
you will go
yeah,
to the bistro.
that's correct. We will be seeing you there.
Bruce Leroy, maybe.
I'll be there.
Oh.
This is first
Yeah.
show. This is
There
first
you go.
show of the year.
First
Gotta
show of the
make
year.
that one, you know.
Hell yeah. Next week, we got Mike Patty from the Pier Reggae Magazine website. That's going to be absolutely dope and a really good time. Again, Joe Dub, thank you very much. Did you have any shout-outs or anything you wanted to say here to close the show out?
No, I don't know.
No, not even to the fiance, not even to the beer. Whatever you want to do, it's your time.
If she listens to it, I love her. She probably
Boy, get some
won't.
dome tonight. Try to get some booty.
No, she's out drinking with her friends. I'm not getting nothing tonight.
Isn't that podcast, baby?
She's gonna be like drunk as a skunk when I get home and just beat me up or something. I don't know. But
Hey, that could be fun.
Hey, our ceremonial cheers to a great episode again, fellas. Thanks so much, everybody, for being here.
Fellas, that right there is a wrap. And again, Friday, bitches.
I think we got to do a signature closing.
This episode of According to Mike and Tony is brought to you by TDM Studios, bringing high-quality audio to production in podcasts and music.